We are truly in the golden ages of America. Let me know if you heard this before. A civilization begins building and it becomes great. Everything is prospering, from architecture to agriculture to schooling and knowledge to science and discovery and everything in between. And the ones at the top are like, okay, we made sure that there's absolutely no way that corruption is going to happen for our nation, for our community, and for our people. And you want to know what happens years or decades later? That's right, a little hole pops up in a well. And instead of a person being like, hey, we should plug up that hole, you want to know what another person does? They take advantage and try to drain it dry. And now all of a sudden, all the water's gone. That's basically how corruption starts. They see an opportunity that is negative that is going to impact the nation, and then they take advantage of it for their own selfish means. They are tested because of that. And you want to know what tends to happen? That's right, it either backfires on them, their families, or the community that they are supposed to protect, into which now corruption has spread out throughout the entire civilization. And when that tends to happen, all that corruption brings discourse. And with discourse comes collapse. And with collapse comes the whole cycle starting over again. Rebuilding happens, everything's going good, then corruption happens, corruption overtakes the entire civilization, discourse happens, and then everything is destroyed, and then we rebuild and do the whole thing over and 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 over again. You see it in China, you've seen it in Rome, you've seen it in Korea, Japan, even in freaking America, specifically the British. Even Egyptians, as civilizations rise, they are bound to fall because of corruption that people haven't even foreseen. No matter how many times you may try to foresee it, there is always someone or something or someone, I will reiterate that, there is always someone who is going to abuse their power or abuse a specific hold that they want to take from, leading that well to be dry. And so instead of being scared, be excited, because once you know what era you're in, now you know how to position yourself. So to my fellow Americans, what era do you think we're in right now? Also to my fellow Americans, what do you think is about to happen next after this comes? Hence why I say we are in the golden ages. And I thought about this esoterically and spiritually too. The good, positive spirits and the pure souls and pure beings. We are placed in the bad times so that when this does collapse, we will benefit from it in the best ways possible. And the bad spirits are placed in the good times. You wanna know why? Because they're tested. Meaning, are you gonna make the same exact mistakes as your predecessors? Or are you gonna be different and sustain this? And guess what happens? They usually choose the bad options. My God. So now they suffer from their own actions. And it's like a whole freaking cycle. So if you know your heart is pure, you okay. And again, no matter which type of stage you're in, you know you're always okay because you're protected. It's just that you have to realize which wave you're riding on. Meaning, if you were born in the middle of the stages where corruption just starts to pop up, ride that wave out. You can try to change it. There's nothing stopping you. But it's easier to ride the wave. If you're born in the middle of corruption, be prepared for a collapse. If you were born in the middle of building, be prepared for the best times of your life. And if you were born in the best time to be alive, then be prepared for the worst. You see how knowing what stage you are in this cycle can help you prepare for what's to come. You see how you can position yourself when the next phase starts to take place. Meaning, no matter which stage you're in, you can always protect yourself. You'll always know that you'll be okay because you know exactly how to maneuver via which stage that you're placed in. Meaning, if you were born in the great stages and you're now a young adult that's now seeing corruption, you know how to maneuver because you were prepared for it. If you were born in extreme corruption and now after everything has collapsed, you're in your 20s and now you're seeing the rebuilding of a civilization, now you can prepare for that. You can mentally prepare for that. But, and here's the kicker, if you were born in the times where the building was taking place and now you're in your 20s, you're gonna be around the age where corruption may start to pop up. It may be a little bit before, it may be a little bit after, but still, that allows you to tape up the live wire before it sparks up, or prevent it from even happening in general. And that's both for the citizens and for the governmental / political figures, each into which are necessary for our growth as a human civilization and as a human being in general. So yeah, realize that we are in the golden ages of America right now. Yes, everything may be bad, inflation, yada yada, this, that, and the third, the possibility of a third world war. But realize America is about to come crashing down. And again, when you're prepared, I'm not saying you should quit your job, but when you are prepared, you won't be caught off guard. That's the beauty of this message. Because this message is timeless, you can prepare yourself while still making sure that you succeed and be comfortable in this situation so that your comfort can always be sustained. Meaning, if you're on the couch chilling and all of a sudden our whole government got overtaken by us, now all of a sudden you can be like, oh, it's time. Let me go pull up my bootstraps and let me go help everybody build a stronger community for us. And now we're in a better place in headspace because we chose to help each other out. Yay! So yeah, realize that we're in the middle of a governmental collapse. And it's a matter of when and not if this is gonna happen. Because they are trying to maintain control as long as they can. But when it does collapse, it'll be up to us, Gen Z. Gen Z, look at me. Look at me. It is up to us to rebuild this nation back into which it is meant to be. About freedom, liberty, truth, justice, strength, protection of the wealth, protection of the young, knowledge, progression of science, but done ethically and morally. Protection of Mother Nature, because if we don't protect Mother Nature, guess what? We tend to be swallowed up by her. And all the other miscellaneous things. Gen Z, it's up to us to rebuild this nation. Be prepared. Still go have fun in this system. I ain't telling you to not have fun. But when this does all of a sudden happen, and you're just on a normal stroll, or you're just on your phone scrolling, and then all of a sudden you just hear all this yelling, collapse, this, that, and the third. Or you just hear cheering outside your door and you be like, hold on, what's going on? I wanna know. You can position yourself mentally and be like, okay, it's time. Let me go ahead and switch my behavior. But yeah, the time of that approaching is near. So are you ready for it? Or are you gonna be left behind in the old system? Choice is yours. And as always, stay peaceful, blessed, a miracle up in the sure will appreciate what's taken care of. By divine and one above all, our highest source of God, as well as everyone that truly and genuinely and deeply cares about you, deeper than our souls. Always remember that here you are loved. We care about you here if no one else does. We do, I do. Know that no matter what, we are always here to give you that listening ear. Don't be afraid to talk to us. Don't be afraid to talk with us. We're always here to give you that listening ear, to help you out when you need it. The community tab is always on my YouTube. Hit it up. We're always here for you when you need us. So smile tonight. Smile tonight, okay? Before you go to bed, okay? Okay! Now come in for this hug. Yeah, come in. And as always, I should be sad adios. Government collapse coming soon.